Welcome to Adira Empower Soul YouTube channel. I am so glad you are watching and joining me on my YouTube journey. The inspiration for creating a YouTube channel focused on empowerment comes from observing the women in my community and society. It's driven by their remarkable journeys and the challenges they've overcome to achieve their current positions.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a great pleasure to welcome such a noble personality as our guest. Welcome to our channel Adira Empower Soul. Our channel is focusing on common women, what challenges they have encountered up to this point. So we are discussing about the challenges or struggles which they have faced. Please introduce yourself to our viewers.
So, my name is Lalita Arkoda. I'm born and brought up in Bengaluru. Okay, I finished my schooling, my graduation, everything out here. Started my career with service industry. So I've been with the service industry for almost 20 years. Then I moved into an IT industry and been with them till now.
So, who is your strong inspiration in your life to build up this never give up kind of mentality?
So I would say that I come from a very strong women background. I've learned a lot from my mother, my aunts, my cousins. They've been a great inspiration, including the men in my families, because they always treated the women equal. We never felt any different. You're a boy, you're a girl. That differentiation has never been there in my family. Even to this date, we're all treated equal. So that's been a really great, inspiration for me, the way we were raised, and that gave me a lot of confidence. Looking at the way my aunt, my cousins, my mom were there, I picked up a lot of strength and a lot of things from them, which I developed myself into being a strong woman. So that kind of really motivated me to go and get what I really want. So if I want to do something, if I want it, there's no way I would step back. No matter what, I would get it. And I don't give up easily. So I always say, when I want something, I know what my goal is, and I always make sure I get it. I don't give up easily.
So, what is your major challenge that you have faced as a woman?
I can't say just name one or two or whatever. I just say, but definitely the women in my family, 100% I give credit to all of them. I wouldn't say I've never had failures. Yes, I've definitely had failures. And there have been days where I've actually stepped back and said, no, this is not possible for me. Then I've told myself, no, I can't, this is not me. I never felt comfortable in saying no and being in that place. And I said, this is just not me. And I have fought back and come back to doing what I want to do.
Oh, what about gender equality? What is your opinion on that?
I would say that, most of the time, upbringing matters a lot. If your family does not stand by you and say you're strong woman, if they keep saying, majority of the middle class families, you always have them tell, oh, you're a girl, you're a woman, don't do this, you're not supposed to do that. So we have a lot of conditions that's already built into our system. So breaking that barrier is very, very important for a woman. Saying that, so what if I'm a woman? These days there's so much of opportunities available for women. At least when we were studying, the opportunities were not so much. Okay, correct. Breaking the barrier was a really big thing those days.
Very big thing.
I think it is extremely important for a woman to break that barrier of all these conditions and say, no, so what if I'm a woman? It doesn't really matter. Everybody can achieve everything. And we have so many examples in our country and across the world. There's so many women who've achieved so many things. We've had Prime Minister who was a woman, and today in politics we have so many women. Correct. We have women CEOs. We have so many entrepreneurs of women. Not just in the city, I'm also seeing this in the villages. There's such strong women in the villages as well. So I really draw inspiration from all those women as well. Hats off to them, the way they're fighting today and really coming forward as well. That's also another way I draw my inspiration again.
Is it really necessary to provide reservation for women in our country?
See, I think it is very important that it is brought to light and people are fighting for it and people are able to come. It is very, very important for a generation to move to the next level, for the country to move forward. I think it's extremely important.
what are the differences that you have been observed since last 3 decades?
See, those days, it used to be really a challenge. I was married pretty young, so it was challenge to manage home and work. Those days, is nothing called work-life balance at all, right? But I can see the trend how it is changing. Gradually, it started changing. More women started coming out to work. The fact that a single person earning would never be suffice to the lifestyle what we have, right? Even a little later, and even now, especially the current scenario, it is important both the man and the women, the family work as well. So the trend I'm really seeing how it is changing, and I think this generation has a lot of opportunities. They have a lot of opportunities, a lot of support system also is available for them. Way back, we didn't have much support system, and we didn't have so much of knowledge, or nor did we have so much of like internet is there, whatever you want, Google is there, you go on to Google, internet, everything is there for you.
Correct.
But those days we didn't have anything. We had to see the live examples and learn maybe a few things from movies here and there, or read some books and learn from that. So it has been a challenging a curve, but a very interesting one. I've learned a lot from this.
So how do you maintain the work-life balance, ma'am? So it is bit difficult at that time.
Yeah.
So before,
it was.
Yes, very difficult. How do you maintain that one?
It was very challenging. My passion to my work kept me going, of course. Of course, I love my children. There's no doubt about it. There was some compromises I had to do when it came to my children. I do carry a little bit of that guilt. Every mother in this world, I would like to say that, would carry a little bit of guilt when you're a working professional. So there is something you miss out on. Little things that really matters and very close to a mother. When you come back and you say, oh, your child did this, you missed it, or your child took the first step and you missed it. So that really kind of, you feel, I missed my child walking the first step. Those kind of little things. Of course, I didn't miss my children walking. I did see it, but I had to compromise both in my personal life and my professional life. So I did have to sacrifice quite a bit, but I don't regret it. But I'm glad I came back. I took a break in my career for about 3 years, but I came back, and I'm glad I did, because I was very clear I'm going to get back to my work. I'm not going to give that up easily. So I'm glad I came back to my work.
How do you feel bouncing back from career break? It is major thing for the women. So what is your opinion on this one?
Initially it was a little difficult. I wouldn't say it was challenging, but it was a little difficult because it was just a 3-year gap, and those days things were not as fast as it is today.
Correct.
Be it the technology, be it the systems, everything keeps changing so fast. But at those times it was not really a big thing, but only thing I had to kind of sacrifice was the kind of job I had to pick up at that point in time, because it's still my kids were very young and I had to give them some time. So consciously I had to make a choice saying that I'm going to pick up a job which will kind of get me a start. I didn't want to straight away jump into something really big. So I started something which will give me a start because I had a 3-year gap. So I picked up a job which was a little easier on me as well. So I get sufficient time and to balance both a little bit. And that's how I started. I was fortunate enough to then move up.
So what is the difference you have been observed present generation to that generation?
Yeah.
So what is the major difference you have observed?
If you go back to our generation, I would say the lack of awareness was much lesser than the generation has now. I think we have much more patience compared to the generation that has now. And we would kind of take step by step, we follow the process, it has to be this way, and we would go that. But nowadays generation would want things like that. They don't have patience and they just want things to be done and move next. So I think that is a huge difference, and I think it is important. Though I would say this generation is very mature compared to us. The maturity is much higher. But the only thing is that they don't have the patience. So the patience is very, very critical for you, especially in your growing years. Be it in your personal life or a career, it is very important because you need to learn step by step. You don't skip steps and just jump ahead.
Correct.
Because I don't believe in looking back. When something is there, just move it, and I like to look forward and not backwards.
So how do you define success with respect to the women before and after marriage?
So before marriage, your focus is on yourself, right? You don't have to worry about anything else. So your responsibilities are much lesser than what. So you completely focus on yourself. grooming yourself, what kind of a job you want to do, what are your goals. Your more focus is on your professional life more than your personal. Personal is there, but not as much as you want to focus on your career. So that is more on that. But once you get married, your responsibility doubles, right? So you
Correct.
have your in-laws, you have your children, you have
Correct.
your husband. So getting a good balance there is extremely important. You need to make sure in the beginning itself that you have a good understanding husband. You put down things on the plate very clearly, saying that this is what I can do, this is what you should do. That understanding and discussion is extremely important for you to have a good balance of your married life as well after you start work when you're working. So that was very, very critical. A clear understanding has to be there. Otherwise, there's no support system, you are going to crumble and fall down. So the support system is very, very important. That is what really has made me to be where I am today.
So you mean to say, so success, what does it mean, ma'am?
See, success, I'm able to be what I want to do. I'm able to live my dream, of a working woman. I'm able to see my kids have grown well. I've given whatever time I could give them. So professionally, I'm able to be where I am. That is my success. Personally, I'm able to groom my children well and guide them and be there for them. So that is definitely a success. When somebody come and say, "Oh, your children are so good. They're so well behaved. Raise them so well." That is my success. As a mother, or my husband feels really good about it. That is really my success personally. So professionally, I'm able to live my dream, achieve my goals. So that is what my success is.
So I would say trust is more in the past generation, comparatively present. So what do you think about this one?
Absolutely, yes. Because the interpersonal relationship plays a major role. Because
Correct.
you're building a bond, that person is trusting you because you're physically seeing someone, interacting with someone. Definitely, the trust is definitely higher there. But here, when I'm interacting through an email, I have no clue where that person is sitting. I haven't seen that person. I haven't spoken to that person. That bond is not built over there. So definitely, the trust factor, yes, was much higher those days than it is today.
So people in the past generation used to live in the giant family, but people in the current generation or present are not able to do that one. So what is the difference you have observed?
See, there could be what is happening with this generation. I would say is it's more of self. Those days that family bonding was there. It would always think about the family. But now I think about myself first. That is what is bringing a barrier. Over there, because a lot of people migrate to different cities looking for jobs. So that
Correct.
could also be one of the reasons. They come here, they have to fend for themselves, they have to look out for themselves. So everything becomes about yourself. So that has kind of become the part of life, the pattern of life for everyone. If you are with a family, you can see the difference. Someone
Correct.
living alone and someone living with a family, you can easily differentiate that, saying that I won't blame them because you have to look after yourself, right? So you literally become about yourself. I need to take care of this, I need that. It all becomes about I. So that, I don't know, probably is it possible to change that? It is completely people's mindset, and it is doable. It is not that it is not doable, but it is doable. It is something that you have to change the mindset of the people.
So you mean to say technology ruined the current generation? As a
To
relationship
some
point of
extent,
view?
to some extent, yes, because I have to keep telling my daughter spend some time with me because they're always on the Instagram or they're chatting on your WhatsApp. I'm also addicted. I wouldn't say no, but I'll stop myself. I'll say no. I shouldn't get addicted to it. I need to spend time with my family or my friends or whatever. But that's a challenge with this current generation. It's a big challenge. It's a challenge even with older people because I see my mom always on Insta and WhatsApp.
So ma'am, how can you address the challenges you have faced in the past in comparison to the present?
Yeah. See, those days as a woman were not known to be in every single place, right? In every, be it in a role of a manager or be it in in any role that where they felt women should not be there. You would not see women in every single field those days. It was very
Exactly.
limited. If you're a woman, okay, you're going to be in a bank, you're going to be in a customer service. More very subtle kind of roles were what women were taking at those days. So moving ahead and saying that no, I can also do that. I'm also part of a sales team. So for me to go and meet customers on the field was a challenge because people would not really be, oh, she's a woman, that was always there.
Correct.
So for me to cross and beat that thing was a challenge, but at the same time, I learned the art of doing it in a hard way. It wasn't easy at all. So it was challenging for you to go and say, so what if I'm a woman, I can do it too.
Is it really important for women to have the empowerment support?
See, that is really sad. Though we say, honestly, in my opinion, I don't think we women need any empowerment. Each and every person is already empowered. There's no need for anyone to give you an empowerment, right? It is just that we need opportunities. It is just that we need the support from your family to break the shackles and come out and say, go do it, I'm there for you. It's there for everyone, right? Be it for a man or a woman. You always need that backing and the support for you to go do what you want. So it is very important that that barrier is broken, and we need to move forward for that. So it is, otherwise it is going to be very difficult for the progress of the country, and also for women to come out and do things equally. Opportunities are available. It is just that they need that additional push, and I hope women inspire themselves and come forward and do what they really want.
Ma'am, do you have any message for the next generation?
Yeah, the most important thing I want to tell them is please have patience. Don't expect things to happen faster. There are certain things have to move fast, but not everything. Take time. Take time for yourself. Spend time with your friends. Mobile is not your friend. Okay, be with people. Interact with people. There's so much that they can do. There's so many opportunities. Don't miss out. Be out. Go. Do what you're passionate about. I wouldn't say do this, do that. Whatever you're passionate about, please go and do it. You have the opportunities, you have the facilities, you have the money power to do it. So utilize all this, because as you grow older, you shouldn't look back and feel I didn't do this. That I'm very, very conscious about. I do look back sometimes and regret certain things, but I am very aware of it now, saying that I don't want to regret looking back. I rather look forward. So that's exactly what I would like to tell this situation as. Because mobile is not your friend.
Your admirable journey in overcoming challenges and struggles to attain your current position is commendable. We hope that every woman in our society receives the support you've encountered, allowing them to face challenges in a commendable manner. Thank you for sharing such a great information with us.